Okay, this video is called Why Dentistry is Bad. And basically, there's a lot of issues in dentistry. There's more to it than you think. On the one hand, it's typically practiced kind of like McDonald's. They just pop in a fluoride, pop in a mercury filling, and clean teeth with fluoride, do a root canal. But at a fundamental level, it really is a stupid field. First of all, they recommend fluoride, which is rat poison, okay? There's numerous studies suggesting that it has zero benefit to the teeth. I realize there was a few early studies suggesting it has a small positive benefit, but Dr. Gamal's book, the dentist who just retired, if you start looking at it more closely, you'll see there's a lot of studies that suggest it has zero benefit. It's essentially irrelevant to your teeth, okay? So if it does have a benefit, it's minuscule. Okay, the next thing is this. They call them silver fillings, but they're really 50% mercury. Mercury is a major brain toxin, major brain poison. So that's incredibly stupid. And they've been doing that since, around 1818, I think was the first mercury filling. And then multiple sclerosis was first described very soon after that. Root canals, they're always infected, 100% of the time. And the bacteria tend to be hypoxic. They convert from aerobic to anaerobic, and they release anaerobic toxins that are worse than the aerobic toxins, okay, like thiol esters and mercaptans. The root canal chemicals that they use to sort of clean out the tooth are terrible. Things like formaldehyde, known carcinogen, it's a disaster. They fill it with gutta percha, which is like latex. People are sometimes allergic to that. Other dental materials, you say, okay, well, I'll get rid of the root canal, I'll replace it with something else, like a composite. And the composite sounds good at first, glass and quartz and all this stuff, that sounds safe. But then they don't tell you, when you read the fine print, a lot of times there's other things in there like aluminum. Aluminum is a major brain toxin. So what I'm saying is, because dentistry has no science behind it, it doesn't have any accountability, zero. The people who run it, they don't allow the dentists to talk about this stuff. The only dentists that really have a clue what's going on is the IAOMT, the International Academy of Oral and Medical Toxicology. They actually do have some pretty good speakers over there. And, some of their speakers are a little crazy. A lot of dentists, they've had chronic mercury poisoning, so they're kind of impulsive like the Mad Hatter. But anyways, that's the spot to learn about it. And I'm in the process of learning more and more about it, but it's much more complicated than I thought to find a simple tooth replacement that's not going to have some type of heavy metal or other major poison in it. So anyways, watch out for dentistry. Take really good care of your own teeth and your kids' teeth, because you don't want to go to the dentist. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes you have to go to the dentist. You got a tooth abscess or something, but it's so much better to take care of your teeth, which means low-fat, low-sodium vegan, avoid all the stuff that causes cavities, the sugars, cigarette smoking, atherosclerosis research, excessive stress, whitening agents for teeth. Well, actually, those are more of a problem if you've already got amalgams. I'll talk about this in my other lectures, but the bottom line is, be afraid of the dentist. There's a good reason to be afraid of the dentist. They'll poison you, and it'll catch up with you in 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50 years.